Hey Scorpios, welcome back to my channel. I have your June monthly reading here for you guys. I don't really have much to say in this intro, but yeah, let's just jump right on into it. Make sure that you are subscribed to me, like the video if it resonates with you, all of that. So, your current selves, whether that is when you're watching this video or just, the end of May, I feel like you guys are maybe just bored with life. It may also feel like you guys could be like disconnected from your spiritual selves, because I feel like in June there is a more spiritual tone to it. But currently, yeah, I feel like you guys just aren't, your heads aren't in the game. Your focus is not where it should be, or maybe not where you want it to be, but for some reason you guys just aren't focusing on the things around you currently. Maybe you're bored with life, maybe you're bored with the circumstances that you have at the moment. But yeah, I feel like the end of May's energy, or like I said, your current energy, a little bit of boredom. Maybe things aren't happening in your life right now, or the things that you want to happen aren't happening. Maybe you're reminiscing on something that you want to happen, or you're thinking about something that you want to happen instead of making it happen. Does that make sense? But yeah, the current energy, it's kind of a downer. Yeah, Scorpio. I don't know what's happening, but I just feel like currently you guys are down, bored, your mind is somewhere else, it's not in the moment. Maybe it's in the past, maybe it's in the future. But yeah, the theme for June, you got the Hanged Man. So if May wasn't really, moving along, or things weren't really happening, I feel like June may be the same way. The Hanged Man, he leaves a situation, he removes himself from a situation to gain clarity and to open up his mind to different perspectives. So I feel like in June that may be what happens. You may be in certain situations that open your mind up, that maybe your perspective changes, especially right now if your head isn't really where it should be at in the moment. Maybe there are going to be some situations in June where your mind is now opened up and you have to have a clear, and you have to be open to other people's opinions and things like that. Be more receptive, and maybe physically remove yourself from a situation to see everything from a different area or a different perspective. The Hangman is also a card that talks about sacrifices. So in June, you may have to sacrifice something, maybe sacrifice your perspective, sacrifice your opinion for the greater good. I don't know where that message came from. But yeah, so there might be a lot of sacrifices that you have to make. You might have to, like I said, let go of something, remove yourself, and just gain a different perspective, be a little bit more open. Your key goal here, Scorpio, you got the Two of Wands. So this is another card about decisions. So if your goal here is to make a decision, maybe in regards to traveling or in two different directions, two different options, because the Two of Wands, he has to make a choice and, pretty much decide which way is right for him. And with your theme being the Hanged Man and having to maybe let go of control over something, or remain open, maybe in regards to having to choose between two different paths, maybe you have to have this Hanged Man energy. The Hanged Man is also passive, so I think I mentioned that June may not have a lot of things going on, but I feel like the situations, it's going to be more of like an eye-opener. But I feel like in June, your key goal here, it could be making a final decision on something and really pushing forward to that and figuring out your future in regards to which way you want to go. Like I said, it could be traveling, because there is a world down here in this dragon's tail. So basically the world is yours, Scorpio, and whatever your goal is here, it could involve traveling, like I said, but the world is yours. So whatever decisions, whatever directions, whatever choices that you have to make, they're for your greater good. I feel like there's a lot going on you guys' mental, on your conscious. Like I said, you guys may be distracted here, you know, maybe feeling disconnected from your reality, or disconnected from your thoughts, from your feelings. You know, the Hangman is also a spiritual card where he removes himself to gain maybe even a more spiritual understanding. It could also be getting epiphanies, or, you know, because when you're open to the universe, or you're open to God or whoever, getting messages is clearer, you know, when you're open like that. So with that being said, having to choose directions here with the Two of Wands, I feel like an obstacle here with the Seven of Cups is just like, there is so much going on here. The Seven of Cups is does talk about illusions, and just a lot of choices. And, you know, sometimes that can be overwhelming when you have a lot of different things to kind of sort through, lots of choices to make. But with the Seven of Cups, this person has to decide, but they're kind of like, they have something over their eyes. So if that makes sense. So I feel like an obstacle that you're going to go through in June in regards to this goal, because it is another one about making decisions. There may be a lot of decisions that you have to make with the Seven of Cups, but maybe you're not making them with a clear mind. And that's why this Hanged Man is here to kind of help you and to remind you that when these situations come up where you have to decide and make a choice, and even though there's a lot of choices here and they may be tempting, okay, maybe you're not really seeing everything for the authenticity and the truth. You know, maybe you're looking at things with rose-colored glasses on. Remaining open to every possibility will help you. But I feel like when it comes to making these decisions, it might be hard because maybe there is a lot of decisions. Maybe there's a lot of options here that you have, and maybe it's not clear in which direction that you should take in regards to all of these decisions that you have to make at the end of the day. Because I feel like there is going to be a lot, you know, you're going to come to a lot of crossroads in June. This is going to be a month where, you know, a lot of things are going to start coming up, but you have to decipher which ones are real and which ones, you know, maybe you're not seeing in the right light, you know, and that's why you want to remain open, because the universe will also give you answers as well if you want them. So yeah, I feel like an obstacle here, it's just gonna have to, it's gonna be in regards to making certain decisions, and maybe having to make a lot of them, and maybe there's gonna be decisions that you don't want to make. You know what I'm saying? You may have a lot of options on your table that maybe you don't want to deal with right now. Now, what you are accomplishing next month in June, there is something that is going to be born. So for some of you Scorpios, maybe this is pregnancy. Maybe some of you guys are actually having your child next month in June. So something is literally going to be born into the world. You're accomplishing motherhood, you're accomplishing fatherhood. But for others of you, there could be something that you have been working on. Maybe there was a seed you planted, maybe during the new moon, or maybe even the full moon. Maybe there was something that you just planted and wanted to come into fruition, and that is going to be manifesting next month. Something is going to be born again. Something is going to be growing, whether that is physically or just metaphorically, whatever it is for you guys. Something is going to be born. Something is going to be growing here. Some of you guys have been nurturing something, maybe not like a child or anything, but maybe you guys have been nurturing a certain aspect of yourself. Maybe you guys have been nurturing somebody else, but I feel like something is going to be born here. You're accomplishing a birth. You're accomplishing something coming into fruition. Okay, something is going to be born here. So even though, you know, maybe next month is going to be a little bit confusing, maybe coming out of yourself and letting certain things go is going to be difficult, but I feel like through all this difficulty and through all of this sacrificing and everything, something really good is going to come out of June. Something really good. For some of you guys, this Empress could also represent a mother. So maybe something regarding your mother is going to come up. Maybe your mother is accomplishing something. Maybe you're accomplishing something with your mother, maybe in regards to the relationship. But yeah, definitely something is going to be growing here. Something that you have put energy into and have nurtured in the recent past, it's going to be coming into fruition, whatever that is for you guys. Now, what you guys need to avoid here is temperance. So this could be a Sagittarius person. Oh, and let's go through the signs that are coming up here. So some of you guys may be dealing, like I said, a Sagittarius. There could be a mother figure here with the Empress card. Queen of Cups, which could be a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and I believe that is it. So yeah, what you guys need to avoid here is temperance. Some of you guys need to remain tempered, maybe coming out of character as well. With temperance, everything is balanced, everything is in alignment, and it can relate to sobriety. So if you guys have addictions or something like that, maybe avoid them in June. Maybe because when you're under the influence, maybe you don't see things for how they truly are. Maybe things get a little bit confusing. Maybe your mind is clouded. Maybe your judgment gets clouded. Or maybe that's an obstacle here. Maybe if you guys like to drink or something like that, maybe that could be something, because I feel like it's something heavy. Of course it's mentally, but whatever this is with the Seven of Cups and the Four of Cups and the Hanged Man, I feel like it weighs on your emotions as much as it weighs on your brain. I feel like what you guys need to avoid here is maybe coming out of alignment. Try to stay balanced, try to always have patience, and just avoid, sorry guys, my daughter is awake. Just try to always keep your temper in check, keep it in line. Sorry guys, I had to go bring my daughter out here. Let me just continue on. So what you guys need to embrace in the month of June, there could be messages coming in. For the single Scorpios, this could be a love message coming in. There could be a new lover coming in, and instead of pushing this person away, you guys need to embrace this new person that comes in. For others of you, if this is just general, this could be maybe a new job offer, but because the Knight of Cups is here, I feel like you guys need to embrace some kind of person coming in. This is a love offer. This is somebody that's going to be trying to sweep you off your feet. And I just want to say, don't push this person away. I feel like this person is very special. For others of you, maybe if you're in a relationship and maybe it's just rocky, you may need to embrace your partner coming back and telling you how they truly feel. Okay, but yeah, there's definitely going to be a message coming in. It could be from a water sign, Scorpio, so just keep that in mind. But this is more of a love message, something, special, and you need to embrace this person, embrace the messages. And there is a stain here on my shirt. Anyway, so where you guys can find support next month, there is a lot of cards that are relating to mothers and moms and stuff like that. You got the Queen of Cups, which is another mother figure, just like the Empress card. And if this isn't your mother, where you can find support, this could be from another Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And this could also be from your intuition and your inner voice. Scorpio, just because I feel like you guys are going to be going through a lot emotionally next month, and there's going to be a lot of things that maybe you're going to be pushed out of your comfort zone a little bit with the Hanged Man here, having to sacrifice some things, having to let go, having to remain open. You guys can find support from your intuition. If you feel like your mind is clouded right now and your judgment's not good, and maybe there's a lot of things going on and you have a lot on your plate, maybe you can't make a decision logically, don't be afraid to go internally and ask your intuition and use your inner voice to help make these decisions, especially if you feel like you cannot. Because the Hanged Man is here as your theme, so the universe will be speaking to you. You may be enlightened next month. You guys may be going also through a spiritual journey. I feel like you guys can find support from your intuition, your inner voice. And if you feel like your mind is just not working with you and you can't really make a decision based on rationality and stuff like that, don't be afraid to find support with whatever you're doing from your inner voice and your inner self. The Queen of Cups, if it's not a mother, it could also be a woman who is just very caring, nurturing, and loving. Like I said with this Empress, it could be a mom, but the Queen of Cups does Yeah. The Queen of Cups is like a mother figure. So anybody that is loving and, very spiritual and just loving and nurturing, Um but yeah, now your advice for next month, Scorpio. I do feel like there is a lot of hurt and a lot of pain here. For some of you guys, you really need to start protecting yourselves a little bit more, especially when dealing with people or dealing with situations where you have been betrayed in the past. The Nine of Wands as advice to me is to, I would say, to just guard yourself a little bit more. The Nine of Wands person has gone through so much in the past that right now they have their guard up and they are trying to protect themselves, protect their energy. They've been through some shit, so they already know what's good. So as advice, I feel like you guys really need to start protecting your energy. And if you guys are the type to like go around and ask people for their opinions, I feel like maybe this time that is not the case. I feel like whoever this Queen of Cups woman is for you guys should be the only person that maybe you go to, especially in regards to all of these decisions that you have to make and with these goals. Maybe you guys are trying to travel somewhere or go somewhere. And that decision, it just has you up in arms, like you don't really know which way to go. I feel like there is somebody here that can help you. Just protect yourself and protect your energy in June, okay? Yeah, just try to protect yourself a little bit more. Not necessarily like have your guard up and don't trust anybody, but be careful who you let around you. When it comes to the Ten of Swords as advice, I feel like you guys, even though you may feel like you have reached rock bottom, once you have been to rock bottom, there's nowhere else that you can go but up. So advice for you guys that I believe the Ten of Swords is trying to tell you is that you guys can bounce back, okay? Regardless of the situation, you guys have the power to take the negativity and make it into something positive, okay? So if you feel like you have reached a place where, there's nowhere left to go and, you feel like this is it, this is not it, and there's always somewhere that you guys can go, okay? So take your pain, and I want to say, like, channel that pain into something positive. Use that pain as energy to maybe complete something, because you do have the World here as well as advice. So yeah, channel your pain and use that energy into something constructive. Now, with the World card here as advice, guys, I feel like maybe by the end of June, or maybe going into June, you guys may have reached a ending in your life, and maybe that's why you guys are starting a new spiritual journey, because you guys may have just ended another journey and now it's time for something new to come into fruition. The World card to me as advice would be to, I want to say, not give up, especially with these other two cards here. Not to give up even though maybe you feel like you've had enough and you can't go on anymore. The World card here is about endings, and there is a new beginning after this ending. Really? So regardless if you guys feel like this is the end for you, especially with the Ten of Swords, maybe you guys feel like I've been hurt so much, I can't go on, this is the end, it's not the end. And I feel like the world is trying to push you here and telling you guys that even though you may feel like it's the end, there is another beautiful journey that is at the end of this whole thing. So continue to strive, continue to work for whatever it is that you're working towards, because at the end of the journey, something beautiful is going to be rewarded to you, and you guys are going to level up in regards to whatever it is that this is resonating for. There is going to be something new coming, maybe at the end of June, or maybe by the time June comes, maybe something is going to be ending and something new is going to be created. Either way, guys, there is going to be an ending here, and as advice, I feel like the universe is telling you guys to embrace this ending, and it's not the end. Even though it may feel like an end, this isn't the end. Now, the Angel Oracle cards that I pulled for you: let love be your beacon, and be your best self always. So Scorpio, I feel like these cards are pretty much telling you guys that Remain positive. Try to always put your best face forward. You know what I'm saying? Of course, everyone goes through shit and everyone has their days, but every day when you wake up, try to be that positive person. Try to always be the best person that you can be, you know, helping others, giving advice when it's needed, stuff like that. I gave you guys my interpretation, but let me just go read from the book. So, be your best self always. Check in with yourself. How are you feeling at this moment? Are you being the person you aspire to be? Remember that you determine how you feel. You are constantly choosing to feel the way you feel. It is understandable. We are all human, and there are times that we don't feel 100%. You drew this card to help you to remember to access the highest level of emotions now. Don't settle for less than you deserve. Do your utmost to achieve more, love more, and be your best. Regardless of what you guys are going through, you know, because I feel like June may be tough for you guys, try to always put your best face forward. Try to always do things out of love. And even though you may not be feeling up to it on that day, try to not go that extra mile, but try to do that. You know what I'm saying? Let me fix this. Now, let love be your beacon. I haven't used this deck in a long time, so. Okay. Lead with love. When you enter into a new situation, see love paving the way. If it is a tense situation or a work environment, do a visualization exercise of filling the space with bright, beautiful love for everyone involved, including yourself. Acknowledge what is going on and be willing to change how you are approaching this. Communication will be harmonious and you will have greater prospect to create what you are looking for. Focus on the light within you. Imagine this light shining out of you. Your inner light will permit you to see the world with new eyes and learn new things every day of your life. So yeah, Scorpio, I feel like when it comes to June, you need to emit love. Regardless of how you are feeling, try to always be that person that is shining a light in the room, you know, and just being a positive beacon for other people to come to. Because I feel like you guys are going to attract certain things and you need to be embracing all these good things that you're attracting, especially when it comes to love. But when you are putting out all this positive energy, that is what you are going to be receiving. So even though things may not be looking good now, maybe they might not be looking good in June, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you are having a hard time opening up your mind to other people's opinions and stuff like that. Try to always be your best self because you're going to attract a lot of good things. And remember that just because maybe you feel like you have hit rock bottom, that is not the end, okay, Scorpio? So I just want to thank you guys for coming and viewing your June 2021 reading. If this resonated with you, please make sure that you subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in your next reading.